I met a beautiful human when I was in Egypt named Mora, who told me that instead of a bucket list, he had a playlist. Things that he wanted to get out of his life, ways he wanted to bring joy into his life. It resonated because I always found goals kind of cringy. I was the dreamer, the person that could easily conjure up ideas of what they wanted to do, but couldn't quite bring them to life. I liked the aesthetic of a vision board, I just didn't really know what to do beyond looking at it. So I made a decision that this is the year I get clear. I take away the pressure of how things should look like, how old I am, and I start from scratch. So welcome to my playlist.
You're going to have to give me a little bit of a break for my lack of background or exciting setup. But the thing is, I knew if I waited for things to be perfect, if I got shadow box lighting and if I got the right backdrop and things to make this more exciting, I may never begin. And friends, this journey to make content that is meaningful to me and that has a purpose has started since 2016. That's when I first bought this camera. In my mind, I was going to be this inspiring youth mentor who really went against the grain of what influencers were doing and challenged young girls to think differently and to think as individuals. That was the goal. It's a really big one, right? And I think, look, it's been a really big journey for me of self-discovery, as it is for all of us at different points in our lives. And I guess the big reason why I could never get this fully off the ground in the way that I had wanted to and hoped to is because there was so much doubt. I had so many fears and so much scarcity around the way that I could really move forward in the world. I just always figured that there was someone else who could do it better. There was always someone else who had something similar to say, so why bother? It's that classic rhetoric that so many creative people have. But lately, and this is what happens when you have an idea or you have something that you want to bring forth into the world, it has a way of just stirring up and coming back out of the trenches to really just like hit you in the face. It's come in the form of depression, of frustration, and lately it's in the form of this stirring. I knew that I had to do this, and for so many reasons I didn't want to do it, if I'm perfectly honest. But I realized something the other day. I thought to myself, I'm 32 years old, and the thing is, I am not living the life that I want to lead. And that's the truth. So why not just start now? Like, I literally have nothing to lose. And the point of what I want to make with this kind of content is that you can literally do whatever you want to do, regardless of the timeline that you think you are on. Because no one was going to come and rescue me and put me on a pedestal and say, you've got all these amazing gifts and skills and you should be a content creator. No one is going to do that for me. No one is going to take my dreams from inside my head and put them forward into my life in a really tangible way. It's not going to be that simple. So it was up to me. And that was really scary. It is scary. For so long, I've procrastinated for many different reasons. And I've really been the only person that has been holding me back, which is terrifying in and of itself, because it's very confronting to know that you are the person that is holding yourself back in this life. But going back to this realization that I had the other day, I just thought to myself, time is passing. I'm not feeling particularly fulfilled here. What a great way to start off this channel and this content from a point of stuckness. The one thing that has been consistent in this journey that I've been on to want to help and inspire other people is that I genuinely want to do it from a place of realness and a place of relatability, not just for the sake of relatability, but just from the angle that we're all a work in progress. I'm not this fully formed person that is looking down on you, telling you my secrets and my tips and tricks to be thriving and to be confident. I am telling you that I am still experiencing all this stuff, that I'm trying to make my dreams happen, that I'm trying to bring this dream life that I have visualized in my head. I'm trying to make it a reality for myself. That to me, personally, is what I find really inspiring. So you're seeing it in real time, and you best believe, and I'm saying this so I'll have some kind of video proof, this is the year that I'm going to make it happen. It's December 11th, 2022. I only have a couple, like 3 more weeks left of the year, but from this point onwards, I am going to make a very real point of going after the things that are really calling to me. That to me has always been my true version of success. And it's extremely difficult, I think, when you're in an environment that dictates one particular version, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way that our society is wired. So it's very difficult when you're fed this version of success to tune inwards and to think to yourself, what would make me happy? What would make me fulfilled? How do I go about that? There is no blueprint. There really isn't. You can pick up so many different self-help books and maybe get some guidance from people that have had a similar experience. But realistically, no one's had the exact same experience as you. And because the life that I'm trying to call forward into existence is so individual to me, I know that I have to do all the legwork myself. Like there's no other option. And as much as that terrifies me again, I'm also excited by that prospect. I'm excited to have this platform as sort of a visual diary and a reminder of this starting point that I am beginning at, and to see how this will grow and develop and how I will grow and develop with it. So that's it. This is my first little confessional, if you will, of why I'm starting this channel now at 32. I don't know where this is going. I don't really know the full vision that I have for this. I just know, and it is said so frequently, but it's true, no one is going to say things the way that you can say it. Truly, like, we all have something important and something meaningful and impactful to say. And the greatest shame really is that we hold back on expressing our own truths because we think it might be too similar to someone else's, or we don't think it's going to hit in the same way. Well, that is BS. Even if one person relates or resonates with what you're saying, like, don't you think that is worth pulling out your dusty camera for? Like, don't you think it's worth just that? And that's what this channel is about. I'm creating quality relationships, community. I don't care for big numbers. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing it to express my truth so that you can feel confident and comfortable expressing what it is that is true for you. And that's it. Episode 1. Stay tuned.